Okay guys, so today we're going to go over how I set up my deadlift and why I set it up the way I do. A lot of people have kind of say it looks kind of goofy, and to an extent I guess it is, but this is something I kind of learned through Zach Sanders. I used to always grab a deadlift bar down on the bottom, then try and wedge my hips down like you see a lot of powerlifters do, and I just never really could make it work because I couldn't get my brace going. I couldn't make the cues click. I never could build the tension that everybody was always talking about in the deadlift. I've recently come up with a way to pull it off, which, like I said, Zach Sanders was a big help in this. And it's essentially just starting from a static start. So rather than going down to the bottom, trying to create all this tension and muscle fucking the bar up, I'm gonna create all my tension up top, get my brace and everything up and under me where I need to be, and then I'm gonna go down to the bar, grab the bar and stand up. So what it looks like for me, for a conventional pull, is I'm gonna be about mid-foot on this bar. All right, that's gonna be different for everybody. For me, it's right at mid-foot. I've got these Sabo heavy-duty power lift shoes. They've got a strap that goes over the mid-foot. So for me, it actually helps me line up really well. For you, you might have to find something else. Maybe mark your foot, mark your shoe, just something that when you look down, you know you're in the same spot every time. Then from there, I'm gonna start the deadlift with a hinge of the hips, okay? But it's not just a hinge, all right? So with that being said, I'm gonna take my hands here and we're gonna do a hinge just like you'd be taught in any physical therapy class. Just hands here, chest nice and tall, and we're just gonna go down until we're in this position here. All right, now, Amanda, will you get me from the side here? All right, now, most important part of a deadlift setup that I always screwed up was getting my glutes engaged and firing into the bottom, and I never could figure out how to do it. Now, I found out a way that seems to work for me, and it's quite an interesting cue, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. But it is to hide my butthole, okay? I want to point my butthole at the floor. So right now, as you can see, I'm arched into this like, you know, if I had a boyfriend back here, he'd be pretty happy, right? So now, all I'm gonna do from this point is I'm going to hide my butthole and pull my glutes up and under me, okay? Now you're looking at this, looks like it's kind of rounded. You're like, it doesn't really look like a very strong position. But from what I'm gonna do here, now that my glutes are under me, I'm going to extend my arms, trying to really push forward my scap, lock everything down so that when I take air in, there's only one place it can go, and it's all right here. I'm gonna try and reach for the bar, and then all I'm gonna do is lean over enough to grab it. Glutes are still squeezed, still hiding my butthole, okay? All right, once again, hinge back, tuck, pull your hands down, air. As opposed to just doesn't quite feel as strong to me and hurts my lower back. Now, your cue check for this. Up back here. Remember, hide the butthole. All right? So, right now, boom, I'm getting down. You can see my asshole. I marked it for you. All right? Now, as I go down to this bar and I scoop my pelvis up and under me, I hide my asshole from you. I tuck my pelvis under, my knees went out, and I'm now screwing into the floor. All right? I'm not doing that on purpose. All of it just come from firing my glutes up and under me. Boom, up and under, extend the arms,